Good afternoon. I'm Lindy K. Spears, Secretary of the Kentucky Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet. We are honored to be here today to celebrate the life and legacy of Brigadier General Charles Young and the dedication of this corridor and all the contributions that he made to this country during his significant lifetime. We're pleased to be partnering with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet on this endeavor, and grateful to all those that played a very significant role in helping this become a reality today.
Hello, I'm Charles Blacher III, Chairman of the National Coalition of Black Veteran Organizations. Welcome to the Brigadier General Charles Young Memorial Historical Corridor Unveiling Ceremony. On March the 7th, 2023, Governor Andy Beshear signed Senate Joint Resolution 58 into law, establishing the area between Camp Nelson, located in Nicholasville, Kentucky, to the Kentucky-Ohio border as the Kentucky region's half of the newly established corridor running to Wilberforce, Ohio. You will meet Governor Andy Beshear and some of the individuals responsible for the outstanding preservation of the history in the Kentucky region.
Brigadier General Charles Young was an officer in the 9th Cavalry. The 9th and 10th Horse Cavalry Association salutes Brigadier General Charles Young on this occasion of the unveiling of the Memorial Corridor. Like the well-known General Colin Powell, son, soldier, diplomat, General Young was a son, soldier, military attaché, civil rights leader, and educator. His military career spanned 33 years from 1889 to 1922 when he died in Lagos, Nigeria. He was buried in Arlington Cemetery on June 1st, 1923. We salute his accomplishments.
The history that would have been missed if we had not, and if individuals like Fletcher and others had not really pursued this, we would not know. But now we will know, and others will know, and it will actually be something that will enrich us all.
On behalf of the Kentucky Legislative Black Caucus to open this Memorial Highway in honor of Brigadier General Charles Young.
This has been a long journey thus far, but we are here. The years of work that the National Coalition of Black Veteran Organizations has undertaken in uplifting the name of Charles Young has been pursued as an act of honor. The early pursuit of his promotion to Brigadier General was inspired by retired Sergeant Samuel Waller, a friend of Charles Young. Sergeant Waller charged Charles Brecher, chairman of the National Coalition, the task of seeking the promotion of Colonel Charles Young as far back as 1978. It's been a journey.
The idea of establishing a corridor presented challenges. We credit former State Representative Mike Denham for the Memorial Highway, as well as finding a way for us to carry the corridor idea forward.
The story must be told of valor and bold, so let them write it down in history. A young soldier cries for his comrades who died, fighting for a cause that they believe. Nobody seen or heard a sound. There was no parade for them downtown. We found the last Bruce Road, standing by the wall of fallen heroes. Tell their mothers that their sons are marching in the sky. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud.
Hey, we're taking yet another step to make sure this hero is celebrated and honored and taught about as a part of our American history for generations to come, and that we claim it and every single one of those accomplishments right here in Kentucky. So in March, I signed Senate Joint Resolution 58, which designated the route from Camp Nelson in Jessamine County to the Kentucky-Ohio border at Mays Lick as a Brigadier General Charles Young Memorial Historical Corridor.
I got involved in this process a few years ago. We named a road after General Young, and I worked on that, and that's when I started learning the history about General Young. And when I read about the general, I'm like, this guy was a superhuman. How could anyone accomplish what he accomplished? And so that's why I first got involved. And I want to thank the governor for coming today. I want to thank Senator Neal. I want to thank the generals. But most of all, I want to thank the people who made this day possible, the people that put in work for many, many years to bring this to the forefront and to get it across the finish line.
The corridor is another resource to educate the public about the historical, military, and cultural significance connecting with other attractions about Brigadier Charles Young across Kentucky. We invite visitors to the Heritage Center in Louisville, Kentucky, where the Brigadier Charles Young Veterans Flag Memorial is located. Additionally, visitors can visit and view an exhibition commemorating General Charles Young in the shadow of the Flag Memorial. During the Civil War, Kentucky garrisoned the training base for black soldiers.
The Civil War witnessed the destruction of slavery across the United States. In Kentucky, a loyal slave state, the demise of the peculiar institution began on the ground. President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, issued on January 1st, 1863, authorized the enlistment and recruitment of African American men for military service. Kentucky was excluded from organizing United States colored troops until 1864. When the restrictions were lifted, black men seized the opportunity to self-emancipate by enlisting in the U.S. Army at 12 recruiting stations in the Bluegrass State. The largest, Camp Nelson, organized 8 full USCT regiments numbering over 10,000 men. One of the most prominent USCT soldiers from Kentucky was Gabriel Young, an enslaved man living in Mays Lick, Kentucky, who joined Company F, 5th U.S. Colored Heavy Artillery at Ripley, Ohio on February 13, 1865. Enjoy the beautiful scenery of the Bluegrass State traveling to Mason County.
As Judge Executive, I want to welcome you to beautiful Maysville and Mason County, Kentucky, home to a rich history and wonderful hospitality. Mason County is known for its authentic history, a rich and factual history from Brigadier General Charles Young to the Underground Railroad. Visit the Charles Young Birth Cabin, the historic Second Baptist Church where the family worshiped, and our Rosenwald School in Mays Lick, Kentucky, Mason County, Kentucky.
After the Civil War, the first Negro school in Mays Lick was built in 1868, serving the black rural population of Mason County until 1921, when the Rosenwald Negro School was constructed. On Sundays, the families from the school would always worship in the church next door.
Second Baptist Church, established in 1855, was the spiritual home of the Young family prior to leaving the state after the birth of Charles in 1864. The doors of the church are still open for Sunday service, and all are welcome. So join us on your tour of the corridor as the Lord touches the world through history from Mays Lick, Kentucky. Charles Young lived in many places. However, he was only born in one.
Charles Young was the humble beginnings started here in 1864. Born to enslaved parents, from these humble beginnings, he became the highest ranking black officer in the United States Army at the time of his death in 1922. The community of Mason County restored this cabin in 2014, and we're looking forward to your visit and sharing with you this important part of our history.
Mason County High School, JROTC, Brigadier General Charles Young Battalion. We extend the invitation to cadet programs in and out of the state to come and visit the Brigadier General Charles Young cabin and learn about his history. The honor is given where the honor is due.
In closing, on behalf of the National Coalition of Black Veteran Organizations, we celebrate this occasion by extending invitation to the public to come spend a day, a weekend, or a week exploring the sites in the Brigadier General Charles Young Memorial Historical Corridor, currently running from Nicholasville, Kentucky to the Kentucky-Ohio Bridge in Maysville. Hopefully, the corridor will be extended from the bridge to Wilberforce, Ohio. In closing, hope to see you all on the corridor. Thank you.
By the wall of fallen heroes, tell their mothers that their sons are marching in the sky. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud. Please tell them so they know. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud. The wounds will never heal, and the feelings that they feel left a scar for all the world to see. But the eagle always flies for the men who fought and died, and it flies for all eternity. But nobody's seen or heard a sound. There was no parade for them downtown. We find the last patrol standing by the wall of fallen heroes. We tell their fathers that their sons are marching in the sky. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud. Please tell them. Tell them so they know. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud, standing by the wall of fallen heroes. Tell their parents that their sons are marching in the sky. Tell them that the soldiers of the cloud. Please tell them so they know. Tell them that they're soldiers of the cloud.